First time that my wife Glenda and I saw Vistabule, we were just kind of retired and we went to the RV show because we didn't know what we wanted. And we walk in and we were coming in, we saw some of those A-frame pop-up things and we knew we didn't want anything that was too big. And we come around the corner and amidst these giant motorhomes is this little teardrop trailer. And it's like, we look at it and go, huh? And we looked at it a little closer. And then we walked around it and we just had this curiosity about this. And we kind of went around the show a little bit more, saw other teardrop trailers that just really looked too cramped and everything. And we came back and said, well, we fit in there. We're pretty tall. And we fit in there. And we didn't know what we were going to do, but we went home and we talked about the RV show and we kept coming back to talking about this little teardrop trailer. And we went back the next day. And at that time, we got to meet Bert, who was at the show, and we talked more. And I think within a week, we had made a decision that this is the kind of thing that we felt could get us out, because we weren't big campers. And we thought we didn't want anything too complex or big or hard to store. And this just seemed like the fit. This was the fit for us to go on these adventures. Well, I think when we saw how the Vistabule all came together for us is when we did our first big trip out west. And it was kind of great because for the first part of it, it was about us, because we went to all these places. Glenda had been to a lot of national parks in the West and I hadn't. And so we went to Theodore Roosevelt and we went to Yellowstone and Zion National Park. And sometimes we would camp in the Vistabule and sometimes we would stay in a lodge. So we had all this flexibility to kind of define this experience. But the end was the north rim of the Grand Canyon. And we had flown our daughters to Las Vegas to drive us and meet us. And so here we are at this amazing national park with the Vistabule, and we had camped in it, but that it also became, even though we weren't camping, it became our social center. It really was this something that our daughters were so happy that we had gotten, that we were doing these things. And here it was creating opportunities for us to have a family moment at an iconic national park. Then we realized we made the right decision, that this was something that was motivating us to get out and have these adventures and share this time together. But it has also been a way for us to also escape, right? Whatever was going on in our lives or whatever things, that when we were on the road in the Vistabule, we were purposefully being focused, on together, but you really have to work together to make teardrop camping work, because it's a unique and amazingly fun challenge to minimalize what you're doing and choose places that are going to be defining experiences that you can talk about, for years to come. Well, I think that after we made the decision to purchase and I had a chance to talk to Bert, I started to feel how, even though we were trailer number 207, those other 200 owners were really committed not only to this as a product, but to the vision that, as Bert described to me, he was making these to help people realize their dreams. And I sensed, because I'd worked in education and building community and adult ed and all these other things, that was back in my real life, I found that maybe there was a place of usefulness to use those skills to bring this community together. So it's been really rewarding for me, not just to have a Vistabule, but to be able to help the Vistabule team organize these rallies and events where people with this very passionate common interest in this quirky, amazing little teardrop trailer are coming together to learn from each other, to enjoy each other's company, to plan for future adventures that they're going to share, and the visionary like Bert, who really does help all of us realize our dreams.